Hi, this is Brittany from Handmade Heritage, and today I'm going to be showing you how to fill out the PDF to get me your information for our family tree wooden circles. And you'll notice that all of the rings are labeled. The center ring, we want to make sure we put the family name. Whoever you're going to be starting the tree with, this is where their names are going to go. So we're going to type the name in here. And then the marriage date, this would be when these two people got married. If you don't want to enter that, that's fine. I'm going to put an older date in here, like 1870, just to kind of show what you might be able to do with all 5 rings. And then next we would put in parent A and parent B. So let's go ahead and put that in. That would be Bob. And you could put middle name if you wanted to. And then his wife would be Sally. So we'll go ahead and list those as parent A and parent B. So in order to fill this in, I'm just clicking somewhere in the blank space next to that label. All right, now let's go to our second ring. So these are going to be Bob and Sally's children. You can see I have listed up to 5 children. If you have more than that, go ahead and contact me and I can send you an updated form. For child 1, we also want to list their spouse. So if you would type that in, we'll just click underneath. And then I'm just going to go ahead and say his name is Bob Jr. Then I'm going to put a plus sign, and that's going to indicate to me that they are married. So let's say he's married to Lisa. So Bob Jr. and Lisa. We'll go ahead and type in a second child just for the sake of you seeing how it works. So let's call him Tom, and he can be married to Heather. And then if we want to do a third one, again, I'm just clicking right underneath, and we'll go ahead and say that this is Billy, and he is married to Lucy. Okay, so now we're ready to move on to the third ring. The third ring is going to be the children of these people over here. So we just move down 1 generation each time. These are the grandchildren of Bob and Sally. Here's where it might get a little bit complicated as we move down, and that's when you have multiple children and their spouses. So that's why I've asked that you please put a plus sign. I'd also like you to separate each of the couples or the children by commas. So since we've already got a junior, let's go ahead and make Bob the third, and he can be married to Kelly. I'll put a comma here to show that it's a different set of people, and then we will list their children as Aaron. He can be married to Kayla. And then let's say they have 3 kids, so the next one would be Greg, married to Stacy. Okay, so now if I click off of this, you might see that Greg and Stacy went away, but actually it's all still there in that form. And so when I go in and highlight it and I can copy and paste it, you'll see it's still there. So no need to worry about if it disappears. I'm still able to access it when you send me this form back. Okay, for the fourth ring, we're going to be listing all of the children of these 3 couples. Now, some of them may not have kids, and that's fine. You'll just list however many do. There is one thing that I'll need to know, and I will need to know who are their parents. So in this family, all of the children's names start with a different letter. That may not be the case for yours, so you can put in parentheses either the initial or just their name of who one of the parents are, and then you could go ahead and start listing. So if Bob has a daughter named Lily, then I could do that as well. Also, if any of these people have other last names that you would like to list, you can add on to that as well. So let's say Lily has a different last name, then I would type that in there as well. Maybe she's married to someone else. Okay, and then I'll put a comma. Let's say that's Bob's only daughter. Then I will make another for Aaron and go ahead and finish typing that out. So What you might notice here is that it's again going down, and that's okay. Then if you want to do the 5th ring, these would be great-grandchildren and spouses of child 1. And so that would be these people's children. So again, just like we did before, we'll go ahead and put a parentheses for who that parent is. And remember that if they have other last names, then you can go ahead and include that as well. 5 rings is really as big as it goes, but if you have a suggestion for another style, please let me know and we can work something out. So now that you've filled out all of your blanks, you need to save it, and that is the most important thing, because if you don't save it, then when you email it back to me, it won't have any of your information that you've spent time typing in. So you need to go up to the top and click on File, and then go down to Save. If you're using an Apple computer, you can press Command S to save, and if you're using a PC, you can press Control S to save, and that will also do it. Now, when you press save, it might ask you to save to a certain location on your computer. Just take note of where that is so that you can find it in order to email it to me. If you've downloaded this from an email, it's probably in your downloads folder, and that's fine to keep it there. You'll just need to know where to look. Go ahead and email it back to me, and then I'll get started on sending you a proof just to make sure that everything is spelled correctly and we have it in the right order of generations. And then I'll get started painting, and you'll receive your beautiful handmade wooden tree circle in the mail in just a week or 2. Thank you very much, and be sure to check out our Etsy store for other items, and if you have any questions, please contact me. Thank you.